We're 7 weeks until Clemson kicks off against LSU on August the 30th. Yeah, the time is passing slower and slower as we get closer to it, but hey, that's just a regular offseason. We're going to dive into that and more in just a second, but welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're here on a Saturday morning, unless this is the future and you're watching it later. Happy day to whatever you're watching this on later on. Talking Clemson football. If you like talking Clemson football, I hope you'll subscribe and pass it along to your buddies, your friends, even the people that wants to punch me in the face, just as long as they subscribe. I mean, you got to feed the babies somehow. Anyway, I hope they'll subscribe. Hope you'll subscribe and drop me a line in here and let me know that you said hello. Also, if you want to support the channel on a monthly basis, there's a button below. $3 or $5, you choose. I'm glad you are here. So, 7 weeks until August the 30th, 7:30 in Death Valley, the real Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina. LSU and Clemson will play one another. There's a link below this video for my new channel, another college football podcast. Yes, I did that on purpose because there's so many out there. So why not another one? I just previewed LSU as a team, not Clemson versus LSU. I'm talking about LSU as a team. So you need to go check that out. You need to drop a hello in there. I think that it'll help you understand who LSU is, who they bring to the table, and some of the frustrations that I went to one of their fan forums, and I read their concerns. They are very concerned about Clemson, and they're also very concerned about Brian Kelly. But go check out that video and subscribe over there. But we're 7 weeks until that time. Now, in the offseason, a lot of really good things has happened, but I want to take you back to 1 year ago right now. Clemson would be coming off of that horrendous 2023 season where they had 4 losses in the regular season. They just fired Thomas Austin. They had hired Matt Luke. So that made us feel better. Hey, we have this genius coming in, but he hadn't coached the first game yet. We fast forward to now, and we have guys like Paul Finebomb. And I know some of you are going to sit there and go, I don't care what anybody thinks. I give a tiddly diddly about what other people think. I get your sentiment, but understand where I'm coming from. When you have guys like Paul Finebomb, who doesn't like Clemson, I don't think he likes very, very few teams, actually. And he's made a living off of stirring the pot. You can't, I'm telling you, respect his game to a point. I mean, he's made a lot of money because of it. Money's not everything, but good Lord. You know, I've heard money can't buy happiness. Yeah, but you can be sad in a nice neighborhood. Paul Finebomb has done it, my friends. And he even said that he sees Clemson as a legitimate national championship contender. During that, he took his pot shots at Swinney. But you know what he said? He said something that I said. This is perhaps the best, not perhaps, this is the best team since Dabo Swinney's last national championship. I've said it. Now Finebomb's saying it. You have almost every media outlet in the world, all the way down to independent YouTubers, looking at this Clemson football team going, I think they're pretty doggone good. Now, one of the major pieces that we got is Tom Allen. You know it. I know it. Anyone with half a brain knows it. Tom Allen hasn't coached one down of football at Clemson, but he's already changed the culture on the defense. Even offensive players are going, man, this guy is psycho in a good way. We have fall camp coming up at the beginning of August, which is only about 3 weeks away, roughly, give or take a day or two. And so what a difference a year makes. We see Dabo Swinney go to the transfer portal and pull 3 players out. And listen, he just didn't pull 3 randos out. He went and got 3 guys who will see significant minutes on the field. Starters. Guys who can step in and start right off the bat if they need to. Guys who will probably be all conference or second team all conference. What a difference a year makes. Now, recruiting. Let's talk about recruiting for a second. By the way, I am going to share my screen. You know me, I don't share my screen that much because a lot of the sites I like to use, like 24/7 Sports, they have ads constantly going. And sure, I've muted and the sound there, but I'm gonna tell you this. I really don't like sharing my screen because it just I don't like for ads to be playing. And there I go. I did something crazy there. I'm acting like I'm 900 years old here, not knowing how to share a screen. But I have a couple of different screens that I'm going to share. Let's look at recruiting. Here we go. Now, as of right now, Clemson is ranked number 12 overall. All right. You got Josh Pate over here talking. Leo Delaney, Chancellor Barclay, Contavious Anderson, Connor Salmon, Carter Scruggs, Naeem Burrows. You can read, I can read, we can all agree. But these guys, really good, solid recruits. We're seeing that the offensive line, there's a really big focus on offensive line. And for me, I feel pretty doggone good about that. Clemson became kind of a laughingstock at offensive line over the past few years, and it's nice to see that they are in fact getting better there, and not only getting better there, they have a projected first rounder on the offensive line. Think about that. What a difference a year makes. And here's the key. It is coaching. It is a different approach. Yesterday, or day before yesterday, Kareem Hewley, a guy out of Gainesville High School, a guy that goes to the same high school as Deshaun Watson. That's the reason some of you are like, Gainesville High School, why is that? It's because that's where Deshaun Watson played high school football. He committed to Clemson yesterday for the 2027 class. Yes, he could decommit, blah, 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 blah. I say it all the time. If you can't get them to commit, they darn well won't sign, okay? But we have, 3 or 4 offers out at quarterback? And he took it. There's a different approach there. There's a lot of different approaches right now that we're seeing at Clemson that we haven't seen in the past 5 years. And so that's part of the difference. That's the reason people are excited about, or part of the reason people are excited about August the 30th, is because we have a bunch of returning starters. I almost said retarded there, and that was not what I was trying to say. Returning starters. I morphed a word and ended up offending 75 people at one time. Returning starters coming back. But we also have the coaching staff. I want to take you back to 2 years. 2 years ago, right now. For the most part, Clemson had an incredible team then, and they blew it against Duke. What was the difference between then and now? Coaching. That's it. If you've watched my videos for any amount of time, you know I'll rant and rave about that all day long. All day, any day. That was the difference. Clemson's team 2 years ago, I projected them to go 11-1. They lost 4 ball games in the regular season. You know why? Because I missed one of the most important variables in the equation for a successful team, and that was coaching. They didn't have it. They didn't have it. A lot of people believes that though I'm not saying that Clemson's coaching staff is elite, but it's way better than what it has been. This is the best coaching staff he's had in quite a while. It could be better. And I think you should always push to be better. But I think that's one of the reasons that a lot of people are extremely excited about this upcoming season. Now, I want you to check this out. This is FBSschedules.com. They have a ton of ads, but I actually like to look at this because you can get a really good overview of the games. This is week 0. 7 weeks until Clemson plays their first game, but college football starts in 6 weeks. You have Kansas State, Iowa State, and Dublin, Ireland. Fresno State and Kansas, Sam Houston in Western Kentucky, Stanford at Hawaii, Idaho State, and UNLV. Dan Mullen will coach his first game. It's kind of weird to see him at UNLV. He's not taking over a bad football team. Barry Odom did a really, really good job there. Let's switch up to week 1. This is when Clemson will play. You have your games on Thursday night. You have some really interesting games there. You get into Georgia Tech and Colorado. That will be a fun one. Appalachian State and Charlotte playing in the Panther Stadium. That will be an interesting game. And then, of course, Tennessee and Syracuse. Tennessee's probably going to walk them. You have Texas and Ohio State at noon. Of course, Alabama and Florida State. You have Clemson and LSU. Obviously, that's a big one. You get on into the very next day on Sunday, Virginia Tech, South Carolina. Then you have Notre Dame at Miami, and then finish off that Labor Day weekend with TCU at North Carolina. So I'd encourage you, go check out that link. That's a really cool link. Let's get into the comment section. I want to say hello to a couple of people. Travis Hamrick. Hey, Travis, man, I emailed you and let you know I was going live because I told you I was going to try to do that. I made it. Hooray. And folks, let me tell you this. If you want me to add you to a list that it's going to take, I'm going to have to work some kinks out. If you want me to add you to a list that I'll just email you and say, hey, I'm about to go live, let me know, because I'm considering doing that. I'm considering having my own email list where I can email you and say, hey, I know the notification bell hasn't been working. I've been told that by several people. But I'll send this over to you and also let you know when I go live on another college football podcast. So I emailed him right before I went on. Will, man, love from Florida. Good to see you, Will, man. Good to see you. Chops, my goodness, I haven't seen you in a long time, Chops. Hope Seneca's doing well. Old song, it can buy a boat. That's true. That is true. Clem and Son, I like that hat. I appreciate it. It was a gift for my birthday from my family. Let's not get too big of a head. We still need to focus. Hope all the publicity Kate is getting isn't getting to his head. Yeah, me too. It seems we're getting back to some bulk on O-line. Quickness is super nice. But Clemson beat LSU, and oh man, already calling the names of or creating nicknames for the players on LSU's team. Folks, let me know what you think about the upcoming season. Are we overhyped? Are you excited? Is it legitimate? What are your concerns? Put that in the comments section. Also, if you haven't subscribed and you like what I'm doing, I'm independent. I hope you'll subscribe. It is free. If you want to join on a monthly basis, there's a join button below here. Hit that button, $3 or $5 per month. It's super duper flipping cheap. So do that. Check out the link below. I preview the LSU 2025 football team. It's only 10 minutes long. That's right. 10 minutes. There's no way that I can go into a deep dive on LSU in 10 minutes, but I can give you a quick overview for you to know who they have coming back, who they got out of the transfer portal, their strength of schedule, and it will give you a really good overview of our first opponent. And that's a big game for both teams. You have the two top quarterbacks, according to a lot of people, in college football going head-to-head in the very first game. That will be cool. Go over there, check that out, and subscribe there. Folks, you take care of yourself. Hope you have a safe and cool weekend. As always, go Tigers.